So I've been really trying not to give my honest opinion on this. This whole 50 years of hip hop celebration. I've been trying to look at it from different angles, and I've been trying to like hear different perspectives, because I'm that kind of guy. I don't, I have the ability to have my own opinion on something, but I at least hear people out, and I'm one of those rare breeds. I like to pride myself on the fact that if a person can make a good point, I'm not afraid to change my mind. That's always been me. Some people look at that as not being an alpha trait or whatever. Me, I just look at it like I've always just been open to different opinions. That's just how I am. With having said that, before I give my opinion on the 50 years of hip hop celebration, let me just say I'm a little biased. I don't really listen to rap like that no more. I listen, to stuff that I grew up on when I'm in the gym, Twista, 8Ball, MJG, T.I., a little NWA, Outkast, stuff like that. But today I listen to mainly Christian rap, R&B, old school R&B, Never thought I'd be like my parents. Damn, man, shit, man. But I am. I just can't get into this new shit that's going on now. Especially just this riding, sliding, drill shit. And even someone like my favorite rappers from back in the day, I just like when they come out with new music now, it just sounds like they're just trying to adapt to what's going on now. And I just ain't feeling it, But I think E40 is probably one of the few cats that was out back in the day that I was rocking with back then and I still rock with now, But that's few far in between as far as rap goes. In my opinion, what is there to celebrate about 50 years of rap? What is there to celebrate? I mean, we had it back then where a rap concert was almost like going to a gun range, but now it's really like that. A few of these cats, you go to these concerts, man, and it's like, you got to wear a damn bulletproof vest up in there. What is there to celebrate about that? And then for me, it's like you hear the insidiousness of the rap lyrics, and it correlates to the actual crimes that you're seeing, in the streets. They talking about crossing each other out and all this riding, sliding, smoking on Wooty Woo tonight, and and the demonic forces in it. It just like I said, I never thought I'd be sounding like my parents when I say this shit, but it took me really sitting back and looking at it, from a realistic standpoint. When I saw how, the Gucci Mane and Jeezy, how that verses went, when Gucci Mane basically, say he's smoking on Wooty Woo tonight. Next thing you know, I'm hearing an abundance of rappers, talk about what they smoking on somebody's ashes and shit. I think the Chicago drill niggas, they've been doing that for a while. But it really became popular to me in my eyes when Gucci Mane did it, And then when I seen him kind of, I think he made a song about dissing the dead where he kind of, wanted to recant or apologize for that, because he realized that he started a horrible trend in music. And he did. And I'm glad he made that song where he just basically took some accountability on his behalf on what he done started. Yeah, that's kind of where my stance is at. Ever since Young Dolph died, I was like, I really ain't feeling this shit at all. I don't care what the circumstances was behind it. It's, go to YouTube, you can see all the mess that's still going on in Memphis behind that. I got my personal opinion, but I'll speak on that another time. I remember back when Tupac died, it was two things that I took away from it, in hindsight. Number one, I thought, man, we'll never really see this again. Tupac and Biggie, like, whoa, we're never going to see this kind of stuff again. And then I saw how, Nas, cat that he dissed on a record, when he found out Tupac died, he stopped his whole show, did a moment of silence to honor, a legend, even though, before he died, he was dissing Nas, what I'm saying? And then I even hear about a few times when Tupac and Nas will bump into each other, and Tupac will be on some rah-rah type shit, and Nas just be on some, hey, man, shit, I'm cooling, man. That's entertainment, man. I ain't, what I'm saying? You don't know me, I don't know you. What it is, you heard me? Times have changed from that. These days, if somebody did somebody on a record, you gonna see it. They gonna make us. They could probably make a song about it. They're gonna be smoking on their ashes and shit. I mean, to me, it just seems like rap has gotten more and more. The lyrics have gotten more and more insidious and demonic, and it's hurtful to the community. It just, that's another thing. Is like when I hear these rap cats talk about it, very few of them actually give credence to that. Most of them, they kind of sound like, well, I benefited off their street codes and I benefited off the rap music that I've spewed out into the community. So I'm not going to completely talk down on it because of that, but there's onesies and twosies of people that acknowledge it for what it is. Ice Cube, well publicized when he said, hey, the same people who own the jails, those same people are, record execs, or owners of these record labels and stuff. That's really, it's really a big thing coming from somebody like Ice Cube. He's profited a lot off of music, but then again, he's not really in the rap game like that. So, as I said, that's pretty much, how I feel about the whole 50 years of, hip hop. It just doesn't seem like, from where I'm standing, there's not a lot to celebrate about it. Other than a bunch of niggas that made a lot of money. Okay, we can celebrate that. I'm gonna always celebrate some brothers that's making money and doing better for themselves. But it's like when you come off like you're terrorizing the same community that supports you, a la what's going on in Atlanta. I'm not really feeling that. And I'm not even accusing, Thug of whatever. It's just a lot of stuff that's been well publicized about that whole situation. And as a former rap fan and a person that yearns for more from the black community, I just ain't feeling it. I ain't, what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep on listening to my, Christian rap, 1K Pew, Lecrae, and hear some good stuff. I'm telling you now, if you listen to some 1K Pew, you be like, man, they don't make Christian rap like they used to. This thing be smacking. But yeah, like I said, hey, leave comments or whatever, if you feel differently, let me know. That's just how I'm feeling about, the state of hip hop and where we at. And I'm generally not really looking forward to where it's going to be at in another 50 years. I don't know where it's going to go or where we're going to be at. But I don't, if this is where we at after 50 years, hey, man, I ain't feeling it, man. This is what they wanted us to do in the first place, man. They want to keep us separated, as a race, keep on talking shit about each other. Just don't talk about no other race, about what you're going to do to any other race. But keep on talking that shit about how y'all going to do wooty-woot to each other, okay? That's what they want. So that's my opinion, all right? Food for thought. Peace.